Welcome back. You're watching Corporate Eye. Let's quickly shift focus in for auto sales numbers are concerned. We have Escorts that reported numbers in yesterday's day of trade, where on the December total domestic sales have gone up by around 14%. You have exports which are down around 10%. Total sales have seen a growth of around 13% coming in there. And Q3 domestic sales have grown by around 11%. And Q3 total sales have grown by around 11 to 12%. Joining us is Bharat Madan, who's the group CFO at Escorts. Good morning, Mr. Madan. To start off with, firstly, the guidance that we've always picked up from you is around 14 to 15% is the growth that we could see in the month of December. That's the last word that we've heard from Escorts. Overall, 13%, slightly below, what you had expected. Any comments on the same?
I think overall, if you look at the numbers, I think YTD industry has grown about 15-16%. So I think our growth is in line with the industry. So December has been a slightly slow month because this time, if you look at our stronger markets, which have not really done well compared to the opportunity market, which has grown very high. So that's one of the reasons for this slight lower numbers which we have seen in this month. But I think now in the coming quarter, we're looking at the Rabi season starting, which is essentially a season for our stronger markets. So I think we should be able to more than make it up on a full year basis.
So what's the expectation for Q4 in comparison to Q3 if you talk about total sales growth?
So Q4 we expect I think should give good volume number of about 15 to 18% sort of growth.
Okay. And apart from that, if you see in terms of where units go, not only FY18, but the kind of subsidy schemes that we are hearing that the government is expected to give out, do you think that FY19 also is expected to be a strong month where we could see probably 75,000 of an upward unit number?
It's possible, but I think we must keep in mind that the last 2 years we've seen the industry growing at a good pace at a double-digit rate. So obviously the base has also gone up significantly. So we still expect I think maybe a strong single-digit growth for FY19 unless you see really government going out of the way and that's the investing exercise and giving a lot of freebies to the markets, to the rural sector. So if that happens, if your monsoon is also happens to be good next year, then probably a very strong growth happening in H2. But I think overall our guidance is still 8 to 9% for next year.
Right. Mr. Madan, you are looking at extending your exposure to the construction equipment. Currently, almost 14% of your revenues come from this space. What's the plan there? And going ahead, what's the contribution that we could see from the construction equipment space?
In construction, we expect that the volume growth will be the strongest, I think, across all three segments where we are operating today. So this year, looking at 25% plus growth happening on the top line in construction business. And the margins are also turning positive from this year. So we expect the trend should continue. And next year we expect with the higher base, the still having the growth to be 20% plus in construction next year.
Okay, and what's the outlook looking like in terms of our railway products is concerned? Because we've seen a lot of new launches that have come in the railway segment in this third quarter of FY18 itself. What's the outlook looking like there?
So railway also is seeing very good growth rate. I've got a very strong order book here. It's almost 470 crores plus. So we are looking at 20% plus growth in railway business as well. And simultaneously, we are also looking at the margin expansion across all three verticals. So I think across all segments, I think we expect the growth trend to be pretty good.
Right. All right, Mr. Madan. Pleasure speaking to you and thank you for getting us all the details as well. So FY18 overall expected to be good, but double-digit growth is something that we could look on an overall basis. FY19 higher single-digit growth is what the management is looking at as well. And we have seen a lot of your Assamese government which has gone ahead and given up a lot of subsidies, and there is an expectation that a lot of other state governments are expected to issue those kind of subsidies which are expected to help these kind of companies grow. And apart from that, it's the CV space as well as the tractor space. Mr. Madan already mentioned that the Rabi acreage is pretty mature. So that